Writing as an assist to making. I don't know why artists resist the idea of a regular writing practice, which, by the way, is different from thinking of yourself as a writer. Journaling's reputation has morphed from angst-filled recordings of adolescence and true confessions into a legitimate art form, which is all well and good, but not what I have in mind for this writing practice. Writing exercises are cross-training. Each assists in the management of studio time and in the creating itself. Practically speaking, few of us keep all the great ideas we have in our heads. Writing down ideas tethers them to the earth plane. List making is good. Make a list of pieces you'd like to attempt eventually, or make a list of pieces that could spring from one topic, as is true of a series. For what it's worth, I make notes at every stage of a work's development, not for posterity's sake, heaven forbid that would be great, but because when I go to the studio tomorrow, I will remember what I intended to do. Just because I'm intentionally mindful does not mean I have a great memory. In fact, writing down what I want to do next frees me to think about all the other ideas floating around in my brain. List making serves a purpose. It stays the course. That's not hard to acknowledge. But what about a case where you're stuck? All good ideas have left the room. Maybe you're new at this. You don't know where to get ideas yet. Maybe you're transitioning. Maybe you always used someone else's tools and designs, stamps, paint-by-number kits, stencils, and assignments, but now you want your own sensibility to lead. Or maybe you've been at it a while. Do you have a ton of techniques but can't generate your own ideas when it comes to using them? Help! Sad but true, you could also be someone who's been sailing along on a glossy sea of great ideas, but one morning you wake up, the tide's gone out, and every worthy idea has gone with it. You're stranded. That's where a different kind of writing is valuable, because for once in your life, it really can be all about you. It's fabulous. Stories, thoughts, and events, layer upon layer of experience. You contain all the inspiration you need to tell great stories through your art. Maybe you need a little practice learning how to access it and make it visual, but that's why you're here. I know you're still worrying that writing exercises aren't related to making art. A more straightforward approach might be about color or design or motif ideas, but plenty of approaches have already dealt with color and design and process. In order to sharpen personal creative acumen, you've got to get in touch with yourself. What are your ideas and feelings and thoughts about life? When you pay close attention to your own ideas, your creativity distills. Who knows more about what you care for or what has happened in your life than you? What more authentic source exists as an inspiration for making art? Don't worry that the past wasn't pleasant or perfect. You're not alone. There is absolutely no obligation to start with hard stuff. What you think about and what you write is your choice. Eventually, you may realize taking a good look at unfortunate things that happen to you actually begins to dismiss their power. But that's not right now, and that's not this writing assignment. So take a breath and relax. Check this out. Here are a few guidelines to help you get started. No one will see what you write unless you choose to share it. If you are concerned that someone around you would read your notes uninvited, write on the computer and use a password. Or you could use the tried and true method, hide the notebook under a mattress, but don't stop writing. Avoid writing as though you were on stage. In other words, seeing yourself in the third person, where you become the audience. That doesn't really work out. You're not connected to your words. Use whatever writing method suits you. If incomplete sentences are your style, go for it. List maker, fine. Stream of consciousness, long-winded, put it on paper, it's all good. Writer Anne Lamott calls this style of writing the shitty first draft. You can always edit later if you really need to. You may be surprised at how easy and interesting this actually is. Maybe it won't feel that way at all, though. Remember the commitment you have made to your artist self. Whether it feels great or not, keep writing. This is cross-training, and it will be productive over time.